first game of the ALDS. It's the Los Angeles Angels against the Oakland Athletics. Next on 2K Sports.
A great beginning to the postseason is about to begin. These two ball clubs surviving the regular season and now a division series. Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. We go to the mound to take a look. Jared Weaver in for a tough day with this opposing lineup. Night in, night out. Here in Oakland, the A's fans on hand to cheer him on. Oakland starter for our ball game. Steve, as he faces these Angel hitters, what's a primary emphasis?
Well, against a lineup like this, even though you've got a good right-hander on the mound, he's got a chance to have some damage done. He has to believe in damage control. Give up one run, but don't give up a crooked number.
Well, the starting lineup, Mike Scioscia's offense looks like this. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, every year you wait for Albert Pujols' numbers to diminish, but every year you look up and he's 30 and 100, batting over 300. And again, he's going to do it again this year because that's just the hitter he is.
And it's Dexter Fowler. He'll lead our game off. Steve, as we get underway, how about a couple of thoughts on the A's?
Home field advantage clearly means a lot, but it means nothing if you don't keep it. And that's why game one is so pivotal. You want to establish control early and run the series.
And there's no better time to make that statement in the series than right here in game one.
Well, there's not a better time, but if you don't win game one, you have to just bounce back in game two.
And with 2 strikes on him, Dexter Fowler now will be watching to protect the strike zone.
I don't think he's going to waste any time right now. He's just going to go right at him with that 0-2 pitch.
It's hit foul by Fowler. He deals. Strike 3. Dexter Fowler swinging through that one. He's back to the dugout.
Well, he tried to get a piece of that one and at least foul it off, but that ball up and in, he couldn't quite catch up to it. Strike 3.
Here's a look at the A's on defense.
Oh, Gary, in a game like this, they need to play solid defense, especially against a lineup that can put the ball in play like this team can.
Starts him off with a pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. You look at the lifetime numbers, 279 off Oakland. This one could be trouble down the right field line. This is a one-hopper off the wall. And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's one down here.
Well, he stayed behind the ball right there real well. Got himself that one-out base hit.
Trout at the plate. Ground ball. Oh, and he bobbles this thing. But he stays with it, gets the out. That's how you do it.
You want to make sure you at least get an out in this situation, but the runner is able to advance now into scoring position.
Josh Hamilton looking for a knock to get a run in here. Cutter just misses, 1-0. His batting average, lifetime, .310 against the A's. The curve is in the strike zone, even at 1.
One thing we know is he's not going to take a borderline pitch at 1-1. He likes to swing the bat, so I'm not giving him anything too fine and see if I can't get him to hit into an easy out.
The 2-1 pitch. That one fouled off by Hamilton. That one is swung out and missed, and Josh Hamilton ends his AB. They pick up no runs on one hit and leave a man at second. And first chance coming up for the Athletics. And out on the mound, we'll see Jared Weaver. Anaheim's getting starting in this one. Steve, what do you think the strategy is going to be today as he goes against Oakland?
Well, the offense is going to be important to
swings. Ball is clobbered high, deep to left center field. Goodbye, home run. The A's are on the scoreboard. And they get the first run of the ball game. That solo shot, that is a big fly ball, 1-0.
Well, for the Athletics, they've played their brand of baseball, guys, and have gotten their offense the chances they needed to get out in front. Now they want to keep it going and extend the lead.
And it's fouled off. And Steve, they wanted to get out in front now with a chance to continue here, building up a little padding.
And right now is the time when they want to strike. The pitcher hasn't settled into any rhythm yet, and they need to capitalize.
And you just don't know when those runs will come, if they're going to come. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. Fowler to field this one. Roams over, puts it away. Here's the offensive lineup for the A's.
Okay, take a look at this lineup. Loaded with power hitters and some guys who can drive the ball out of the ballpark. A lot of threats to put runs on the board.
Now batting with one away, Josh Reddick. He's not hit well in this particular matchup. Just 167 off Jared Weaver. And Hamilton's going to play it. And he meanders over to put it away. Here's how the Angels stack up on the diamond. Particular standouts here, John?
Anytime Albert Pujols' name gets mentioned, you think hitting, hitting, hitting. What people don't understand is he's become one of the best fielding first basemen in the game of baseball today.
And we're going to see smash towards the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Brown. He's going to try to stretch it.
But there's no reason in the world for any hitter to want to swing at that pitch. A pitch down out of the strike zone. Never had a chance at all to be a strike. But that's why we're up here talking about it. And he's down there doing it. He can get his bat on that ball to get a hit.
Donaldson hits this one. Played by Ibar. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Early pressure. Looking at this game, Mike Scioscia's effort looks like this. A great season. Division championship on his mind now. Taking it just one game at a time. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. And leading off the second inning, we've got a 1-0 count.
A front door two-seam fastball, trying to throw it inside, letting it tail back to the inside corner. Couldn't quite catch the corner, though.
And that's a base hit. Walker on board.
And we could see a big inning right here. You start off the inning with the single. Everyone now is on board and ready to go. Let's see if they can push some runs across.
Tonga's going to take a shot at it. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. He delivers. Can't catch up with that swing, and a miss, and it's now 0-2.
Well, as a hitter, if you're looking for something off speed, you don't swing at anything hard. But that's what he did. He wasn't expecting that speed, and he swung late.
Big swing and a miss and a heater. Strike him out, one down.
K-Cam's going to show us the four-seam fastball here.
He takes a cut on this pitch down and in the zone, but just unable to pick it up.
You like his aggression on that?
Well, Skipper can't be too mad as long as he's out there trying to make something happen.
Calhoun's in the batter's box. Starts him off with a cut fastball inside, 1-0. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. Now it's 2 away, and he'll go back to first. There's one on. Here's Eric Ibar. Lifetime, he's got a 285 average off the A's. It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
It's a nice location with that fastball down in the zone. If he makes contact, it's going to be a ground ball.
And that's a strike. Eric Ibar. Now he's going to be behind in the count. Shot towards the hole. That one right through the defense. A base hit. Safe at first. Very late throw. Fantastic chance here. That's a really good pitch, Steve, on an 0-2 offering to keep that down and in.
That's a perfect pitcher's pitch. At this point, you've got to tip your hat to the batter. That's a solid job.
And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. 0-1. Fastball and a called strike.
Tough spot for the hitter. Down 0-2. You got to protect right now.
Tries to ring him up with a fastball away, but it's 1-2.
Gary, he's a very aggressive hitter on a 1-2 count. He's going to swing at that borderline pitch. So I'm going to try to expand the strike zone right here.
And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. It's Grandal at the plate. The pitch. Well, maybe he needs a little vision clarity here. That one he went after, and it was clearly in the dirt. What a start he's had. He got a dinger earlier off Weaver.
You know, if I'm in the box, I'm looking for a fastball. I'm going to try to be aggressive when I get it. But I have to understand that because I got the hit, he may not throw it for a strike and try to get me to chase. So I need to be patient.
And so Jackson retired. And now batting with one down, Yoenis Cespedes. Well, what types of pitches have been put in play here today? Here's a quick breakdown of exactly that.
Well, guys, you look at that four-seamer. It's been hit 2 times.
You know, 2 of the 3 hits he's given up here have come off of that pitch. Now, it's still early on, only the 3rd. I don't know how much I'd show of that pitch next time through the order, though.
On the ground, played by Pujols. And he steps on first. That's the second out. And Josh Reddick stands in, 2 down. Lifetime, he's hit .232 against the Angels.
And just hasn't ever been able to get dialed in against this team throughout his career.
And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now.
Well, that's a huge swing right there. He was looking for a fastball, but just couldn't quite catch up to it. Great pitch.
And a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Weaver. Well, he has been lights out since that 1 run allowed in the first. And we'll see the Angels. Hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Time to be bundled up here if you're in the stands. A little hot chocolate wouldn't hurt either. Tonga's going to take a shot at it. He's going to get us started here in the 4th. We'll see what he sees first here. Fastball in there, 0-1.
Gary's been doing a nice job of kind of dancing out there on the mound. He's had some base runners out there, been able to make pitches and let the defense make plays behind him. So he's done a nice job pitching out of trouble.
Low for a ball, 1-1. We have seen a great pitching performance on the mound and a tremendous use of that strike zone that's been on display here.
I think he's been in pretty good command in this one. He clearly is hitting his target, if not all the time, at least the majority of the time.
John, if I'm the pitching coach, I'm going to emphasize just stick with the plan. The plan seems to be working.
Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and that's through a base hit.
Now this pitch just cuts right over the heart of the plate. The hitter handled it perfectly.
That's one of those where you've given in by making a bad pitch and really made it much easier for the hitter.
He's better than that. Bear down.
Calhoun's in the batter's box. He flew out his last time up. Here's the first pitch. This one swung on, hit down the line and right. And it's in there, base hit. Boy, they've opened the door. Can Anaheim go through it?
Well, the pitcher and catcher decided to go against the scouting report, and they tried to get inside to jam him. They just didn't get it in far enough, and he ends up getting that big base hit.
It's Ibar at the plate. He singled in his last at bat. Steve, let's Let's take a look at what we've got from the pitcher.
You keep the ball down in the zone. So many things good can happen for you. This righty just generating ground ball after ground ball out.
Donaldson is home. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
So now the WPA graph will show us how much of a difference that run batted in means with their chances of victory.
You know, they're looking for some decisive pitching right now from Jared Weaver. Time to make a statement.
And you know he's trying to find a way to get out of this. Already down. Oh, and there they go. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, and they get that one on the out. Couldn't get the double part of it.
You love how the defense reacted right there. Instead of having a man on third base, the big risk did not pay off. They got the out.
Here's the pitch. Swung on line to right center field. And another one. It's contagious. And Bourne's on his way home. And he scores.
Gotta love the approach right there, Gary. Never letting up. Going for two out of the box.
And a little bit of the element of surprise, I think, Steve, because where that ball landed is not a common area to take an extra base.
You know what? You have to take advantage of opportunities or create opportunities. That's what he did right there.
Hey, he's trying to steal third. And it's fouled away.
Ball!
Oh, he's going to try to steal third. The tag, and they got him. So they pick up 4 hits in the... Way to get off Dexter Fowler. And here's a quick summary of how this guy's mixing up his pitches. How's he doing?
And you know what I've been noticing? Even before I was checking out his inside edge info on him, he's definitely going with that cutter more than normal.
You know, I understand kind of mixing up your pitches here and there, but when you do that, you need to use your best pitch. His four-seam fastball is his best pitch, and for whatever reason, it hasn't been part of the plan.
Good patience. Dexter Fowler. He lets that one go by for a ball. Count is even.
Well, outstanding pitching effort so far here. I mean, he's left 3 runners on base.
Hit in the dirt. 4 dice. 1 away. And it's Albert Pujols now with 1 away. 17 years. How about that for a career? And the first pitch. First pitch, a big breaker for a called strike.
Well, this is exactly the situation where he's going to pull the curveball out. This guy really struggles with it when he's behind.
Strike 2. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Pujols needs to protect that strike zone.
Well, that 2-seam fastball down and away. It's awfully tough to center that ball and make solid contact. That time he couldn't even make any contact.
Hit on the ground. Oh, terrific dive by Brown. Throws in time to first. What a play.
What a great snag right there to get the out. Tremendous athletic play.
Trout at the plate. How's he getting these first pitches across? Well, let's take a look.
You want your pitches to be aggressive and go at the hitters and work ahead in the count. First pitch strike's the way to do it. Well, in this game, he's retired 8 hitters after he's gone to an 0-1 count.
He fouls that one off. The pitch. And that's a strike. Mike Trout now is going to have to take a don't get struck out defensive stance here.
Look for the pitcher to try to expand the strike zone here. The hitter has to swing at anything close.
Line drive. That's foul towards first. This one tapped in front of the plate. Dan Brown. And he'll step on first to retire the side. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. Athletics holding on to the lead. Bottom part of the order will get their chance offensively. We bring you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Herring at the plate. Now, to be effective, you got to mix your pitch types and speed. Here's what we've seen from this pitcher today. What's your take, guys?
But you know, guys, he's definitely leaning towards that slider a little more than he usually does.
A few people can throw circle change better than him. I'm sitting here wondering, why is he not using it more and struggling with his other pitches?
And it's caught by Fowler. That's one away. Brad Jackson to the plate with one down. Homered back in the first inning. First pitch on the way here. He makes contact, line drive, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. And that's going to bring Yoenis Cespedes to the plate.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run.
Oh, and Jackson's going to run. This one hit, and a long foul ball down the left side. He's running. Here's a swing and a ground ball. This is a great situation for some offense. You love to see this kind of an effort. This is a single that becomes a double.
You take a look at this slide. He goes in very hard in the second base, full speed, able to beat a play.
And that was speed.
You know, they're looking for some decisive pitching right now from Jared Weaver. Time to make a statement.
He's got the unenviable task of trying to get out of this one. They're already down 3 with 2 on.
Now, Gary, it's okay if he walks this hitter, so it wouldn't be a problem to pitch around him a little bit. It would set up the potential double play.
And we're going to see Brown here. And he'll be looking to pad the lead a bit here.
When you get these kinds of opportunities, you have to capitalize on it and swing the bat.
And the pitchers, there's a swing and a ball hit high, deep to right field. Goodbye, he's done it, a big grand slam. Incredible to get a grand slam like that. They extend their lead in a flash. Wow.
The Angels just wondering what's going on right here. They just cannot seem to get anybody out.
First pitch to Donaldson. There's contact. He drove it well. And Trout gloves it, puts it away. 2 down. Rundall at the plate now.
Well, this wasn't the type of start the pitcher wanted, or the manager wanted, or his team wanted. Now they've got to see if the bullpen can do a little bit better.
Flew out last time. 2 men in scoring position, still no one out. First, and the runners go. The pitch. That one goes foul. Foul. This one's grounded foul, wide of first.
So even though you're in the defensive mode like this batter is, there's still no guarantee you're not going to strike out. 0-2 count. Very difficult not to strike out, but he's doing everything he can. He took that low pitch to foul it off. Let's see what happens here.
And Boone feels it. There's one. And bang, what a collision at the plate. And he scores the call at the plate on that collision. And they get that run in. And so they bring in two here. Man, that is an exciting play. It always is. And what a struggle trying to hang on to that ball.
That's big league hard ball right there. The punishment in this case was overpowered by a good play going for the run.
Fred Jackson. To the plate with one down. Homered back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Boy, he's got great movement on that two-seamer. It's one of the best around.
He singled and later scored in his last time up. This one has popped up to the left side out of play. Oh, and Jackson swung on. That is hit. He's up with it. Over to second for one. And two. Double play. They pick up 2 runs on just 1 hit. Nobody left. Oakland continuing their blowout. It'll be the bottom third of the order coming to the plate. Calhoun's in the batter's box. Of course, as a pitcher, you got to keep your eye on which pitches are effective on any given day and which ones aren't. Here's a look at which pitches he's thrown that have generated hits.
Well, guys, looking at his four-seam fastball, that pitch has been hit 3 times.
You know, even with the hits he's given up off that pitch, he's found a way to spread them out, avoid the damage throughout the innings, and still not allow anybody to cross home plate. He looks like he's on his way to a shutout.
Blackburn will be coming on to take over on the mound. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics. 1-1 pitch, slider, taken for a strike, 1-2.
Well, that's what the breaking ball does. It starts in the zone and breaks out of the zone. Usually a good low ball hitter can try to do something with it. Let's see what he can do.
Circle change, very tough to lay off, but it's 2-2.
Well, with 2 strikes, I'm going to go with the changeup. Pull the string on it, get him off balance, and get a swing and a miss.
He delivers. Swings, pops it up, right side of the infield. The catch is made. So with 1 away, it'll be Eric Ibar. He flew out his last time up. Hasn't had much success yet in this game. He's hoping to get something this time. Here it comes. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Runners on first and second, 1 out. They need a double play ball. They've got to get out of this jam. It's happening.
They're going to try for a double steal. Oh, and they get that one on the out. Couldn't get the double part of it. That throw to third base right on the money. That's a great play.
Well, he didn't get a very good jump off of second base, and the catcher did get it.
There's a swing and a miss, but he's headed for first. And out at first.
Nice play by the catcher. Time to get.
Look at this game from Ron Gardenhire's viewpoint. Great game his club has put together. Things have gone really well. And in the batter's box, it's Walker. He's going to start. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. Throw got him. That is one heck of a play. Great play made, boy. Middle of the infield. You love that kind of help.
Well, he stretched out as far as he could possibly go to be able to make the play. Gold glove effort.
Conga's going to take a shot at it. Grounded out his last time up. In there for a strike.
Well, even if the hitter swings at that pitch right there, there's not much he's able to do with it.
And here's a swing and a miss, and he falls behind 0-2.
He likes to try to make contact 0-2 and not get struck out, so that means you can't throw anything too close to the plate right here.
Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. The catch is made, and that's out number 2.
It's not just the players on the field that help win games. It's also the guys in the dugout. They shift the outfielders around the right field, put them in exactly the right spot, and it paid off.
Calhoun's in the batter's box. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Slider just misses, 1-0.
It's a good pitch there. Tried to get him to chase it out of the zone. He just laid off.
The 1-0 now. Ball 2. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Well, it's so tough to hit a good breaking ball when you swing that hard, but that's what he did. Look at how he almost fell to the ground.
The 2-1 offering. And it goes foul. Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win on the shoulders of their pitchers.
And now let's get a recap of an outstanding individual performance. He's our player of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came out and made this team look like world beaters today. Couple of hits, and he went big fly. All in all, it adds up to a nice day's work, and they come away on top.
What an outstanding affair.
Well, Gary, as a ball club, you really want to come out and dictate the tempo right from the start of the series, and they did that today.
So for Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. Thank you.
Game 2 of the ALDS. It's the Los Angeles Angels against the Oakland Athletics. And now it's out to Oakland with Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, and John Kruk.
Game 2 of the division series. It's on tap right now. Welcome, everybody. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk. Will they be able to limit the production of Cespedes? Always a tough out. And they love being at the ballpark, and there are over 34,000 for this game. Oakland starter for our ball game. Steve, we've got a moment to check the lineup for the Angels. And it's Dexter Fowler. He'll lead our game off. Now, as we get going here, Steve, what's your take on the A's for this one?
If the early part of this series is any indication, you have to like their chances a great deal. They've got the lead in the series, but they can't let up. They have to keep their foot on the pedal and try to end it quickly.
It's hit foul by Fowler. Steve, a win right here, obviously, pushes you that much closer to the ultimate game that decides the series.
And it makes the rest of the series that much easier. It gives you some margin for error, even though you don't want to lose a game.
Well, just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. Now's a good time to take a quick look at how the Athletics shape up on the field with defense.
I like the.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Donaldson the grab. Out number 2. Mike Trout gets to swing now with 2 away. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike.
When you throw the fastball, that's where you want it to go. Now you can elevate a pitch next time around.
Here's the pitch. And that's a strike. Mike Trout now is going to have to take a don't get struck out defensive stance here.
That 2-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement.
Good screwball that time, but it's a called ball, 1-2.
A pitch like that, down in the zone, screwball tailing away from the hitter. A lot of guys will chase it. Good discipline.
Oh, that runs inside. That got him.
You can't dig in at the plate because sometimes it gets away from the pitcher. You have to be able to move. He couldn't get out of the way there.
Now with 2 outs. A chance here for Josh. There he goes for second. Strike 1. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. And first chance coming up for the Athletics. And it'll be Nick Marinday doing the pitching. He'll be the starter for Anaheim. So, Steve, got to be conscious of key things. What are those things in this Oakland lineup?
I'll send it a good lefty.
There's a swing and a line drive. And he's on. That's a nice way to jumpstart your offense. The A's lineup looks like this.
A lot of speed in this lineup, which could challenge the pitcher and the catcher to hold runners, but also challenge the defense to rush their throws.
Here's how the Angels stack up on the diamond. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, in this day and age, a lot of guys, if they're not hitting, they're not very useful to their team. Eric Ibar's not that guy. He can change the complexion of a game with his glove, with his arm, and with his instincts. And that's a lot to be.
Oh, and Jackson's going to run. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. As he retreats back, the runner's tagging from first.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
It's he's running, taking off second towards center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Reddick. And Jackson's trying to stretch it, and the throw, and he pulls into second base. That will be a double.
Well, a great piece of work right there to get that double and put himself in scoring position. He got a fastball and took a good rip at it. Nice, short, compact swing.
And we're going to see Brown here. That's in there. Should score the runner. And Reddick comes across to score.
Well, this is a good piece of hitting right here. He gets a pitch. He knows he can handle it, and he drives it for extra bases. More importantly, though, he gives his team a 2-0 lead.
Here's Grandal looking to bring that runner home. And this could be a turning point in this ballgame, guys. Getting that edge so important, and they've done it here.
And this sort of production is just the way you want to start out the game.
Lined hard down the left field line. And another one. It's contagious. Brown scores.
Not a lot working right now. Having a hard time pitching to the zone, giving up 3 straight hits.
Now batting with one down, Josh Donaldson. So with this offensive thrust, they extend the lead, and they are making it much more difficult for any sort of swing, and a ball hit well down the right field line into the corner. And goodbye home run for Oakland, and their offense is thriving today. The lead is 5 thanks to that 2-run shot.
Well, for the Athletics, they've had a great approach on offense, and top to bottom, this lineup has just been crushing the ball.
And a swing and a miss. Bourne, that'll be strike one.
Now, they're not wasting any time today. They're coming out strong in the first and making a serious statement.
What a way to start this ball. There's contact. He drove it well. And Trout. No problem for him as he gets that out. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get it now. And then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
Herring in the box now. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And again, this lineup right now on fire. He's trying for second. There's the throw. Throw is low in the dirt, and he is in. He scores. Well, he makes it all the way home. You see this so seldom. It is an inside the park homer.
Well, I thought all along it's going to be a triple, but no, he didn't let up. He turned on the Jets around third base, and he makes it in safely. Well, I think for Oakland, they've been hitting on all cylinders, and right now they look unstoppable. They continue to just pound the ball.
Here's the delivery. He swings now and really hit that. And that one's put away to retire the side. Wow, they deal some serious. And here's Josh Hamilton. Change up just misses. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing sends this one on a line to right center. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases.
Well, what a great way to get things started. Leading off the inning with the double. Put yourself in scoring position early.
Just a drive and a run right here from Neil Walker. And in this lineup for Mike Scioscia, a key role played by this guy. Well, working on the 0-1 count now. He's 3 for 4 lifetime against the A's. Donaldson the grab. That's one away. Tonga's going to take a shot at it.
Well, the advantage right here goes to the pitcher and defense. This guy does not hit with a high average with runners on base. Tendencies, though, can change with one swing of the bat.
And 2, double play. Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning. That'll rest your arm. The Angels still looking for a run. So Brett Jackson leading it off. Singleton scored his last time around. Griffith will be the new pitcher. They've decided it was time to make a change here. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. He's going to try to stretch it. And that's going to bring Yoenis Cespedes to the plate.
Great approach at the plate, a great swing, too. I mean, that's just one of those balls that he wasn't trying to do too much. I'm just going to get on base because there's no outs, and now the guys behind me can drive me in.
Last time up, flew out. Oh, and Jackson's going to run. It's fouled off. Oh, he takes off for second. Big swing and a miss for Cespedes. Strike 3. He is out. Whoa, they just bungled that one. That throws to the wrong base.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down.
There he goes. Hit up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Reddick.
Well, that's one of those pitches right there, way off the plate outside, that if you swing and miss at it, you look very foolish. How he got his bat on it, I have no idea. Great bat control, great base hit.
And we're going to see Brown here. He doubled home a couple in his last at bat. Swings and misses at the fastball, 0-1.
You've got to give your offense a chance here, but it's so deflating when every time you go out there, they either score or they get more men on base.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. 2 down.
Okay, Cam's going to show us this 12-6 curve. Let's get a better look.
Here's Grandal looking to bring that runner home. Singled home a run in his last at bat. Here's the first one. Couldn't get around in time. 0-1.
Well, boy, wouldn't you have loved to see him connect with that one to see how far that would go. Fastball hitter on fastball pitcher, but he came up empty.
And Grandal swings and misses. Strike 3. So no runs, 2 hits, and they strand 2. And we'll see the Angels. Now for Mike Scioscia. Let's see how the progress of this game plays out. He knows he's going to have to get more innings like that last one and have some production to tie this one up. Two for 2 in the game. First pitch on the way. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. Fowler to field this one. Runs over, puts it away.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And Cespedes is in the box. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. And Fowler makes the grab.
Well, they followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
And Josh Reddick stands in, 2 down. He had a single in his last time up. First pitch, curveball, swung on and missed, 0-1.
Well, you don't want to make a living on throwing that breaking ball and having it stay on the inside part of the plate, but he had...
His last at bat, he ended with a swinging strikeout. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And Trout, as he gets to it for the out. 1 down. Here's Grandal. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. There's a ground ball. And Ibar picks it up. 2 men have been put away.
Notice how you pitch and how you play defense. He's retired 8 in a row. Very focused approach by this team.
And a shot here for Josh Donaldson with 2 down. Homered back in the first inning. Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Well, that's one way to keep your pitch count down. They wrap that inning up with 3 pitches. Athletic 7. And here's Josh Hamilton leading it up. Steve, let's take a look at what he's getting done out there on the mound.
I'll tell you what, he's just very effective against these righties. The fastball is getting the job done for him. Ground ball after ground ball.
Nelson coming in now, and he'll be the new pitcher. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics. Swing and a hot shot, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact.
I tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate. He took advantage of it.
And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Ready with a 1-0. This one, no contact on a swing and a miss by Neil Walker. Even count. There's a ground ball. Not in time. Easily safe at first. Boy, they've opened the door. Can Anaheim go through it?
But Gary, that's how you hit the changeup. You have to be patient. You have to stay back and let the ball come to you. Doesn't try to do too much with it and picks himself up on base hit.
Blondie coming in now to pitch. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics. Doesn't get the call on the splitter. 1-1.
Great eye right there from the hitter. Great discipline at the plate. Good location at that one. Just missed.
Swinging a roller towards the hole. Over to second for 1. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it. Gulen at the plate. Double homer run in his last at bat. 2 men on, 1 out. First pitch on the way here. Line shot into center field. And that gets down, and Hamilton scores.
Well, he's been quite the story for this guys today. That's his 3rd hit, and he's figuring out a way to get it done no matter what he's seeing up there.
It's going to be Ellis now. Progress, they're happy to see it, but they've got to have some major production if they're going to get back into. Swings hits this one. It's going to be fielded by Jackson. 2 down. Eric Ibar stands in with 2 down. 0 for 1 thus far. Here it comes. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Now that he's gotten the 4-seamer down and in, look for him to go outside now.
That's hit foul by Ibar. And that's another foul ball. There's a swing, a high bouncer towards the hole. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. So they scratch across a run. 3 hit. And Bourne's in the box. He'll lead off the bottom half off the 6th. He grounded out his last time up. You talk about a scared pitcher, Steve. With nobody out, he's waving the white flag and putting him aboard.
This just doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, you've got to have a chance to go at this guy, attack him.
Well, that's not very competitive. Fordyce is the batter. 0 for 2 thus far. To right center. Fowler to field this one. That's one away. Runners on the move. Fred Jackson to the plate with 1 down. Blew out last time. And here's the first one. Swing and a drive. Very high. In the air. Deep left center field. This one's off the wall. And Bourne's on his way home. There's the throw. And Bourne comes in to score. Well, I think there's an issue of how much is left in his tank right here, so that bullpen's going to get active.
You know, it's still early in the game, though, so I'd be surprised if they make this move this early. They may just get him prepared in case they need to go there.
They need to try a different approach against him. He picked up his 3rd hit of this game, and guess what? There's only 1 out. This lineup's going to roll over right now.
That swung on, hit on the ground, played by Ibar. Oh, they're scrambling. The throw, and that first run scores.
Well, this is a guy right here that was made to hit fastballs, and that's what he looks for, and that's what he got right there. Put a good swing on it. He knew what to do with it for that double.
Josh Reddick will get the RBI chance. Now, once they stepped on the gas pedal, it seems like there is no way they're going to let up. This lead keeps growing.
Well, if the door was...
There's a swing and a smash. 2 away. Runners on the move. And the throw. And Jackson crosses the plate. And we're going to see Brown here. Now, definitely not an overstatement to say this offense means. Not unstoppable today.
And I'm really not surprised at how they've continued to build this lead with the way this team has played. I mean, it's been dominant, guys.
Throws on to first in time to retire the side. They pick up 3 here on 3 hits in strand 1. Oh. Leading it off, Dexter Fowler. Trying to get here, just 1 for 3 thus far. And the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind that pitch. 0-1.
Look, Gary, with this big a lead here in the 7th inning, it's incumbent upon the pitcher to throw strikes, get outs right now.
And with 2 strikes on him, Dexter Fowler now will be watching to protect the strike zone.
The hitter has to be protective. He has to be able to fight off that tough pitch and put it in play for a base hit if he can.
It's hit foul by Fowler. Here's the pitch. Missed there, 1-2.
Gary, he's very susceptible to the changeup with 2 strikes. Let's see if they've done their scouting.
Good patience. Dexter Fowler. He lets that one go by for a ball. Count is even.
Well, that pitch just took off right there and exploded out of the pitcher's hand. Kept it just a little bit inside, though. Tough pitch to hit. Good job by the hitter to lay off.
And on a full count, it's hit foul by Fowler. Full count pitch. Swung on line to right center field. And he gets that one down. His second hit, 2 for 4 today. So Albert Pujols comes up now.
Well, you would like to see him done it on the first pitch, get that base hit. But if it took a while, it doesn't matter if you're the hitter.
Swing, shoots this one towards the gap, right center. That's 1 away. And they just tried to hold him there at first. And it's Mike Trout now, 1 away. Fowler at first. Now the first pitch. Fastball just misses, 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind, 2-0. The pitch. That ball is belted deep left center. That ball is way back there. Goodbye, it's gone, and the Angels are on the comeback trail. Well, bit of daylight here. They need some more of those shots. Still down 5.
And you know, for Los Angeles, they've had a long day on the mound. But at least with the way the bats have come back to life, that gives them some hope and something to build on.
Oh, and that one runs in and hit him. Boy, the tensions are really flaring here. We knew this was going to be an intense matchup. The crowd's getting into it. The players are into it. The benches are into it. And we're going to get the warning.
Listen, it's a heated rivalry.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. And it's picked up. And there's one. Over to first. He is safe. Almost a double play. Not quite enough time.
Well, they get the lead runner at second base, but I think they would have liked to have gotten 2 right there.
Tonga's going to take a shot at it. Change up in there for a called strike.
This is why changing speeds is so important for a pitcher. You get the hitter off balance, even more effective when it's down in the zone.
He dives, and he's got it. Throw got him. That is one heck of a play. So they cut into that deficit by a couple of runs. Still a long way to go. Angels doing a nice job as they start to work their way back. Middle of the lineup coming along. It's Grandal at the plate. He'll start the home half of the 7th. First pitch on the way. Line drive fouled off towards first. Here's the pitch. And he fouls off another one. Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
Now batting with 1 down, Josh Donaldson. Homered back in the first inning. Starts him out here. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses with that fastball.
Well, you're running out of time in this one. You need to give your offense some chance to try to come back in this game. They've got a lot of room to make up. If they're standing out in the field, it's not going to help.
And it goes foul. Swing and a liner to right center. And that's a base hit. Donaldson on. He's going to try and test him here.
Well, that's just great hand-eye coordination right here. He saw the defense, knew where he wanted to go with it, and he did it.
And a really measured, confident swing right there. Excellent touch, John.
Everything going right for him that time.
And Bourne's in the box. He doubled and scored in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Big cut at that one, and he missed it. 1 strike.
Well, that's an awfully big hack for such a slow off-speed pitch. Came up empty.
Here's a big swing and a miss. 0-2.
Well, if there's ever been a time they needed a ground ball double play, it is right here. I mean, you cannot let this offense keep going. You've got an out. You got a man on first base. Roll 2.
He's running, heading for second. Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning. Not in time. Pujols, they will just get 1 on that one.
Got him to chase that ball down and away. Good pitch. Not real good execution by the hitter.
Oh, he takes off for second. And he throws it away, and everybody's safe. And he's going to head for second.
Oh, Gary, that's a great pitch right there. Great command and control, hitting his spot down and in. That makes it real tough on the hitter.
Well, he's running, taking off for second.
He chased it out of the zone. You've got to make the pitcher bring it back in. If you swing at a bad pitch, it's awfully tough to make contact.
And it's fouled off.
Oh! Oh!
And that's another foul ball.
So the last thing you want to do in this situation is strike out.
He's running toward second. And he fouls another one off.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight.
There he goes for second. Curveball, that tied him up in knots. Swung on and missed. Side retired. No runs to the base hit. They leave one man on at first. Oakland 10 and the Angels 5. Doolin is batting. He's a perfect 3 for 3 in the ballgame. He delivers, and he holds off with the pitch low, 1-0.
Well, the key right now is base runners. Get guys on base. Hope you get that big inning to try to break this open and see if you can't catch up a little bit.
Ground ball to short. Herring. And he throws on to first for the out. Put away. It's going to be Ellis now. Flew out last time. First pitch on the way here. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
Look, Gary, with one out right here, they still have time in this inning to try to generate some runs. They need to score here in this 8th inning and not leave it all to them.
Up the middle. And that gets down. Ellis with a single. And that'll bring up Eric Ibar.
Listen, go right back up the middle. Hitting coaches say it all the time. You don't want to be too pull conscious.
And that hit just hard enough. Pitcher could not snag it, and once it got by him, it was out into the outfield.
Now, using the big part of the field, that's what you want to do.
Hasn't gotten a hit yet today. We'll see what he can do here. The 1-0 now. That's a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. Splitter just off the black, and it's 2-1. Lifetime, he's got a 285 average off the A's. That one swung out and missed by Eric Ibar, and that strike evens up the count.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away. So
swinging a chopper to the second baseman, and he'll try to make the play. One, on to first, safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
Nice job there to get the lead runner. Not enough time to get the double play, though.
Dexter Fowler gets to swing now with 2 away. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike 1. It's hit foul by Fowler.
Foul!
That misses at the shins, 1-2.
Well, this is not what you expected when you brought your closer into this game. Laboring right now, throwing over 30 pitches. I tell you what, the outcome.
There's a swing and a ground ball. Fordyce throws to first, side is retired. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Decisions that play into how a game progresses. Let's see how it's going for Ron Gardner. Satisfied manager, I think, right now. He's got the ball club in a pretty good spot. Fordyce gets a turn here. He'll start things off, bottom half, 8th inning. Line drive, that's foul towards first. A line drive towards short. And Ibar gloves that one. Brad Jackson to the plate with 1 down. He doubled his last time. The pitch. Hit foul by Jackson. Jackson with a foul ball. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
Big breaking ball right there, just sailing in at 84.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes batting the 2 down. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Now the first pitch. He waved at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count.
Well, how about a chance to get through an inning without any base runners and without any runs? I mean, there's been.
He sends this one in the air towards center, and it drops in for a base hit. He's going to try to stretch it. That will bring up Josh Reddick.
Well, not a bad pitch right there, down and away in the strike zone, but this guy absolutely loves that pitch in that spot, and he drove that ball to get on base.
Last time up, he drove in a run with a sac fly. 2 for 3 thus far, and Reddick ready for the first pitch. Line drive fouled off towards first. There's a throw over. Has to dive, but he's back in there in time. Cespedes swing deep into right center field, way back there. And goodbye home run for Oakland, and their offense is thriving today. Now with that 2-run homer, they extend that lead to 7. And we're going to see Brown here. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1. And Steve, this is the point in the ball game where you are really putting it to the opposition. The long ball can do that to you late.
Well, there's no question. I mean, you give up those home runs, and it just deflates your own team. So offense ruling the day.
Ended this inning with a nice piece of pitching work as he gets the K. Check out how it's going for Mike Scioscia. You kind of feel what he's thinking right now. This is a very tough game. Maybe thinking about some adjustments as we move forward. And Albert Pujols up. And the bottom half of the 9th, 1-ball count.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the 9th inning, and they just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs to score a bunch of runs. You get an out, you can really deflate them.
Hit on the ground. And that gets down. Pujols picks up the base hit. That will bring up Mike Trout.
This is what you're supposed to do when you're leading off an inning. Figure out a way to get on base any way you can. A hit's great, a walk's great, but just get on base because now you have the potential to score runs.
He homered back in the 7th inning of this game. He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0. One 0 pitch, change up in there, 1-1. Swinging a drive, deep left center. This one's towards Reddick. And he gets over to take care of business.
Well, I followed the scouting reports. They moved the outfielders back before the play, and they were in exactly the right position to be able to make the catch. Good coaching.
And we'll give Josh Hamilton the opportunity here with a runner on. Hit by a pitch his last time up. He wants to get some hacks in here. And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now. Here's the pitch. That one swung on. It's lined. And that gets down. Hamilton on it first. Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can.
And he continues to swing the bat well in this one. 3 hits in this ball game. This one comes here with only 1 out.
And in the batter's box, it's Walker. Bounced into a fielder's choice his last time. Ball 1 to begin this at bat, 1-0.
Well, that's where you look for
swing and a line drive. Boy, they've opened the door. Can Anaheim go through it?
Well, continuing this onslaught offensively, that base hit now loads the bases. All kinds of
hit sharply towards the hole. And Pujols will score.
Clearly, he's starting to wear down out there. 3 straight hits against him. He doesn't have the velocity or the bite on his pitches that he had earlier in the game.
Gulen has a turn in the box. And for this offense right now, something to be positive about. They just don't want to take a good look at the scoreboard.
Well, that hit this offense trying to
hit in the air to left center. And that looks like an RBI and a single. Walker also is home. The throw. He makes it to second base. Anaheim there continuing. The bats are hot. It's going to be Ellis now. Nice to get production, but sometimes it comes when you're pretty well under the bellwether.
Well, you know what? We can't rule him out.
Lined up the middle, and that's down. Anaheim should pick up a run. There's the throw, and he scores easily. They could not get him. So 2 runs in on that hit. Let's take a look now at the play and how it affected the win expectancy graph. Into the bat. Batter's box slowly. In a big moment comes Eric Ibar. You got to call this promising if you're on the offensive side of it. It's an important part of the ball game. Get that ball game tied up and then move on.
Well, they keep reducing that lead right now. Another big hit there, but they're going to need a few more of those if they really are going to have a chance to win this game, Gary.
Field is going to come on and pitch now. He's going to be Oakland's closer. 1-1 pitch, a curve, taken for a strike, 1-2. And it's the job of the pitcher now to shut this thing off. You start getting that momentum change going, and all of a sudden this ball game, the lead's not nearly as big.
And you know what? It's the job of a good team to keep on scrapping and take advantage of the opportunities. Let's see if they're one of those good teams. Well, let's see if Dexter Fowler can get something done right here. The youngster a chance to really deliver first team in a clutch situation.
2 hits, 5 trips to the plate for him. First pitch, a slider for a called strike.
When you throw that breaking ball, you want to throw it down in the zone to get the hitter to chase or just get the bottom of the zone for a strike. That's what he did.
Here's the pitch. It's hit foul by Fowler.
And he's hoping this is going to be the last pitch.
Swung on grounder. This might be it. 4 dice. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
And Gary, Oakland wins this game. A lot of contributions all around. The manager's got to be feeling really good about this victory today.
Now let's take a look back on this ball game and see who our player of the game is. What a game from Brett Jackson.
Well, you know, Gary, anytime you can put the ball in play, you have a great opportunity to get hits and great things happen. And that's what happened today. The pitcher couldn't find a way to put him away. That's why he got those 3.
And as they put the victory up in this one, they now sit enviably.
Game 3, ALDS. We'll see the Oakland Athletics as they take on the Los Angeles Angels at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. October baseball on the way from 2.
Well, here on Gardenhire ready to go. Here's his line. So Brett Jackson leading it off.
Boy, he's been a positive contributor in these last several outings, going 6 for his last 9.
And it doesn't matter what they're throwing him. He's finding his way to get on base and help his team.
First at bat, game starts with a strike. Steve, we look at these two teams. How do you think the Angels match up?
Well, if they lose one more, they're going to be hitting the length. They're going to go into hunting season. So they have to focus on this game and try to get a W.
Well, lots of guys like to go hunting and fishing. Unfortunately, this is not a situation where they're looking for that to come early.
Well, they have to remember what makes them good, get back to playing their strengths, and take it to them.
Steve, how about a look at what the pitcher's got done?
You know, you throw that fastball down, the hitter's got to go down and get it. And because he's changed their eye level, they just can't get down far enough. A lot of ground ball outs.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Swings on the 0-1 pitch. Can't hit it. Strike 2.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away. And I can't get him hurt. He just runs that fastball by him. What a huge win this was. A must-win situation, and they...
Yeah, we like to recognize that. There aren't a lot of these in sports, but this one... Game 4. Here's the offensive lineup for the A's. So Brett Jackson leading it off.
Doing some damage from the batter's box these last few games. Going 6 for his last 13 at-bats.
And the manager has to be tickled to death to have a guy that's always on base for the guys behind him.
And this game gets going with a strike. And with 2 strikes on him now, Brett Jackson will be looking not to let one get by him. And as we get going here, Steve, expectations from the Angels' point of view?
And no team wants to end their season with a loss, but that's exactly what can happen here today unless some magic happens. But lest we forget, this is the playoffs where magic has been known to happen a time or two in the past. Why not one more time?
And Cespedes is in the box. And you just take a look at the faces on these guys. After playing a long season, you know you can come back. You know there's always that chance to win. There's no reason to get down here.
Well, that's what they have to do is fall.
That swung on, hit on the ground. 2 down. Now we'll take a quick look at the Angels, how they'll be taking the field defensively. John, anyone in particular that we want to keep an eye on?
Well, in this day and age, a lot of guys, if they're not hitting, they're not very useful to their team. Eric I is not that guy. He can change the complexion of the game with his glove, with his arm, and with his instincts. And that's a lot.
To be effective, you got to mix your pitch types and speed. Here's what we've seen from this pitcher today. What's your take, guys?
Look, guys, he has got to mix it up a little bit more than what he's done. So far, going just with that four-seamer, he's going to get in trouble.
There he goes, headed for third. A smash to first. Too late, and he is safe at second. And he is safe at first. He's on board. Good offensive chance here.
Well, the pitcher makes a great pitch right here. Had him way out in front of this ball, but he gets just enough a piece of it to put it in play. And with that speed, he just beats it out.
That's the second out of the runners on the move. He scores, counted, and no longer tied. And we're going to see Brown here. What we're seeing here is just a great push. We've been able to jump out in front here in this ball game. You love to get the other team down early. Helix's pitch swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, you can tell he only had one thing on his mind with the swing like that. He's trying to go long ball, came up empty.
They score a run on one hit, and they strand a couple. Oakland taking the lead, putting the pressure on. Looking at this game, Mike Scioscia's effort looks like this. He knows the seriousness of the occasion. Got to win. This club can stay alive with a victory. All the best plays in the playbook. Now you bring them out. Starts him out here. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. Changing the eye level of hitters is such a key component. Here we can see the breakdown of how this guy has been mixing locations.
He's had a great rhythm going in this game today. He's not afraid to move the ball around and pitch aggressively in the zone.
And good pitch selections, I think, too, Steve. He's definitely got a recipe with a combined and effective approach.
Hometown fans.